Okay, Pedro, we're going to start here with your first swing. I'm going to go ahead and put you in slow motion and bring you forward to the launch point. And okay, looking like you're ready to go. Super. So I'll note here that you have a very relaxed, comfortable position. Hand position is very good. You're not overly loaded to the back side or the front side. You look very comfortable. So we're going to move forward here a little bit. And I just want to make note that as you come forward, you have a very small move to the front side. So in this case, if I were to draw a line right through the center of you, your move to foot plant or to heel plant on this front heel, when you make your stride, watch your front heel drops and then your back heel starts to come up slightly. All right, but I want to just draw a line, a connector between your hands and your heel. They go almost at exactly the same time. Okay? This causes your knee and your hands, or your hip movement and your upper body and lower body movement, to be almost identical. You're creating no separation. So your hands are moving at the same time your knee is. So instead of, if we talk about the first core movement, which is hips always lead the hands. Your hips and your hands are kind of going at the same time. Your hips really aren't leading you there, right? So this is going to cause a lack of power. Also, your hands are dropping just a little bit. If I were to put a line on here, at the top of that line, you can see your hands have dropped down to this type of position, right? And as you move, you plane out. You're starting to plane out right here. And again, it's not bad. It's just what it is, right? You move the bat along, and you get very late movement to the plane of the pitch. So this would be the plane of where you meet the plane right here. So your power V is down like this. Okay? So there's a couple of things we want to fix as we go through this. Okay? Again, you don't want to swing the bat down. You want to swing on the pitch plane. So you don't want your bat swing, or you don't want the process of the bat moving through the zone to be in a downward arc like this, and then kind of go up like that. Right? We would prefer that the swing match this plane as long as possible. We want the bat to come down, get on plane about right here, and stay on plane till about there. So that this is your impact zone, here to here. Okay, that's what we're shooting for. All right, so let's pause this for a moment, put up your second swing, and see where we've made some changes. All right, I'll just note before I do that we need more upper body, lower body separation, and we need to get our bat on plane a little bit faster. I didn't see anything in your swing and your before swing that looked like you cached your hands. Your hands and your bat position against close to your body look very, very good. So let's clear this off and put up your second video. All right, Pedro, so here's your second video. We're going to get you set up here where you're ready to go. So in this video, you can see I'm going to go ahead and start you with a line, and let's see where you are on your body position. So here's where we're centered up to hit. And as you recall in the first video, we talked about getting more lower body movement into the ball. So here's that heel up right here, and I want you to, your front heel, and I'll just make a note of it, your front heel is down, your back heel is up, and I want to make note of where your hands are. Remember in the first video, and I'm going to roll it back, right when you got to heel up, which was right there, your hands and your foot were almost in the same vertical plane. Okay, I want to make note of where they are here. Or I'm sorry, not your foot. Over here, your hands and your knee were just almost in the same vertical plane. If I take your hands here and I do this, I want to note that you're creating some separation. All right, you're getting your knee up well ahead of your hands. Your knee has actually matched this line here, okay, and your hands are still back here on this line. So much more power in this swing, in this second swing, than you're going to get in this first swing. much more power. All right, this looks a lot better right here. Now, your shoulder could be just slightly flat to down. I like the shoulder here. I like that. So I'd like to see the shoulder stay down a little bit longer, but that's not bad. All right, it's not bad. So let's see how this continues on and what that next position is going to look like. So as we're moving through this particular frame, you're making a good move to the ball, and I want to make note of the fact that we talked in the first film over here, pitch plane, right? So here's your pitch plane over here. Is something like, I don't know, something that's a little bit high, right? Something like that. Okay, and we're going to bring the bat through that zone, and you can see you are right on that zone, boy. Right. Look how flat that bat's going to get on plane somewhere around here, and it's going to stay on plane all the way through here, which is exactly what I brought up in the first video as being a weakness. You weren't in the plane long enough. You're really in that plane, and a great powerful swing, good power V right out here where it needs to be, with your elbow separated from your lower body. Elbow being right here, getting good separation away from your body. Okay. If I come back over here and I compare over here, like I did in the first one, you had a lot later entry into this zone right here. So your bat got in it late. So I'm just going to pull this along. Okay, and you can see where your bat got in was out in front of your body and then looped under and came up through. So you actually took a path that looked a little like this. Kind of like that, okay? So when you're down in this area down here, you can't hit the ball because you're below the pitch plane. So you can see hands dropping versus over here in your secondary swing, your hands got really flat fast. Look how flat they got. Front elbow came right. You didn't drop your hands at all. See how you kept them right there. So your hands didn't move in that kind of pattern. Okay, like here, let me clear that up. Your hands moved, instead of moving like in the first video like this, okay, they came around and went straight out just like that, which was great. Right on top of the ball, ready to hit it. Great second swing and a super improvement on that. That's going to give you a lot more impact zone and a lot more ability to clear balls out to all fields, both right field and to be able to pull the ball. So it's a great job. So let's take this swing now and move it over here, and let me put this swing in here if I can. Hold on just a second here. Okay, and take this one and let's put Alex Rodriguez in here. Okay, so let's look at what these two swings look like now side by side, and I think you're going to note some pretty startling similarities. Okay, so you're set to hit, A-Rod's set to hit. Okay, okay. So as Alex Rodriguez moves forward, I want you to make note of the fact that the same thing we talked about for separation, okay, where you're creating this this knee in position right here. Right, so you've created a significant amount of separation between your hands and your knee to create power. A-Rod is going to do exactly the same thing. He's gonna take a bigger leg kick, but when his leg comes down, I want you to make note of the fact that he has separation between his knees and his hands. All right, very similar, very, very good. Okay, a loose front knee allows him to make adjustments. Same thing here with you. You guys are almost identical here. All right. He comes around, and I want you to note that he stays vertically stacked on his back thigh right there. Okay. And once his knee gets into that position, He doesn't move forward, continue to move forward. He stops and he turns on that axis and drives his hands through it. If I do the same thing with you, okay, I want you to note what that looks like. Perfect. That's a perfect position to hit. And you drive right through that ball. I tell you, I couldn't have, if I had to take a picture perfect shot, that would be it right there. You look very, very good. Palm up, palm down all the way through the impact zone. Very similar to what you would see A-Rod do over here as he gets through. And he has a little more lean back. You're hitting more of a line drive here. He's actually hitting the ball out of the park, so he has a little more. At the end, he has a little more tilt, if you will, just slightly more tilt like this, a little bit, it's because he's lifting the ball, but vertical access is still the same. And so, very, very good job. I'll tell you, great improvement on that I would note. You have very good improvement for somebody who probably already hit the ball pretty well. You really took to heart the lessons that we were teaching and made improvements in what was already a pretty good looking swing. So I would expect to see some good hitting from you in the future. It looks very, very good. Just keep working on that one position and getting that vertical stack and driving the top hand through the ball. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact me at info@thehittingconnection.com. And good luck in your season coming up. I hope everything goes well.